If someone who's listening right now is suspecting that they have an elder in their community that's being abused or neglected, what's the first thing that you recommend that they do?
Regular check-ins, I would say. I
Okay.
think this is one of the important and most basic steps that sometimes we miss out on. Isolation could be a factor in which a person can be mistreated and neglected and no one can see it. When you can't see an older person, you don't know what's happening in their lives. And so sometimes actually, that's why cases of elder abuse was on the rise during the pandemic and during lockdown, because we prevented people from going to visit people or checking in on them, especially older adults in isolated rural or remote areas of the province, for example, or the country. Now, with that being said, like I said, I think regular check ins are very important. It could be a knock on the door, it could be I just wanted to, I haven't seen you for a while. Sometimes it's also the people who aren't necessarily part of the direct circle of the older adult that really sometimes realize that there's something a bit off. For example, the local grocery store that you usually go to, the pharmacy, for example, that you go to, the library that you go to, if they don't see a person coming in as often as they usually do, or if they see something a bit off about their mannerisms or something about them from the outward kind of look, then maybe that is a potential opportunity to go and check in on that person. In addition to that, of course, we have various resources that I think you'll be sharing with the listeners as well, where
Mhm.
it comes to phone lines, for example, websites and information like that. We have, for example, here in Calgary, the Way In Network, where the number is 403 seniors, and that's basically connected to 211, where an older person or an advocate or a family member can call this line and ask for support, ask for resources, ask for information, report something that they're concerned about, and then they will link them to the right places and the right people.